harmonica today.
No harmonica. We decided it's not cool anymore.
Nope. We need to do some various things to vary it up. Just like we're going to vary up our album, Polka.
Yeah.
Polka style.
Polka album of the year. We're on our way.
We got 3 more bones laid down today.
Yes.
Speaking of, maybe I should lay down some bones on the track.
Explain to our audience what a bone is.
Well, a bone in relation to a track is basically, as you can imagine, the skeleton of a track, something that we're going to hang the rest of the meat and cheese on.
Yeah.
So...
Delicate cheeses. Fancy cheeses.
Fancy cheeses, hopefully. Goat cheeses, sheep cheeses.
That'd be a good album title, Fancy Cheeses.
I would like it. Hey, you heard it here first, folks. Swaths, Fancy Cheeses.
Coming to a record store near you.
So we got the skeleton laid down, which basically I was making Corey do all the work again.
He's working me like a horse.
See, the secret here is I tell him he needs to lay down all his parts for his songs first, and then I'll take care of my parts later. But he doesn't realize that I'm not actually ever going to do that.
Yeah.
It's kind of this mental game that I invented.
Well, I was thinking about it, and I never expressed the idea, but what I'm going to have you do is like record all my bones, and then when the last bone has been recorded, be like, you know what, Matt, I think I want to put out another solo album, and then just have you hand over.
Oh! Whoa!
Just kidding though, because it sucks.
He's playing his own reverse mental game here. Wow, I didn't see that coming. That would be a blindside of all blindsides.
That would.
Dude.
And I would never do that because it's twice as much, if not 3 times as much fun playing with another musician.
I thought you were going to say with Matt, like me specifically.
Oh, yeah, you specifically.
Oh, sure.
That's
now,
the 3
now
times.
You say it.
Twice as much for other people and 3 times for you.
Oh boy. You're a real you're a real charmer there, Corey.
Real humdinger.
So I'm excited about getting those skeletons down. I feel like it's gonna be really fun to kind of go in there and try to, because as you probably noticed on that last track you played, that's like you're gonna get it more refined. You're gonna know exactly what you're doing. You can play it without thinking,
vibrations.
You know? Yeah. I mean,
well, yeah, that song, it's kind of like I had some difficulty getting that track the way I wanted, because it's a finger picking one that's kind of more intricate.
Yeah.
Finger pick. So like
with a lot of hammer-ons and pull-offs, dude.
Yeah, and so like basically, there's so many more options to screw up on that song, because if I like place a finger wrong, you know.
Well, it's like you can't just, when you play a chord, you're playing all the strings still, of course, but it's like one thing, you know, it's like boom.
Yeah.
But with finger picking, it's each string could be messed up a little bit, you know.
And a note stands out more individually when it's picked versus when it's strummed with 5 other strings.
Exactly.
You know?
But I was really impressed with the consistency that you were doing with that song. Like, you were playing it very consistent, and it just seemed like there was just one spot at the beginning where you just stopped or you made a mistake, and it seemed to keep being that same spot. But it wasn't like you weren't getting the pattern down. It was just a hiccup, you know, and that hiccup sliced the whole track. You couldn't keep going with that hiccup. But
like if we're just playing live, it's, you know, obviously you don't stop every time you screw up live, and it's one of those things where, you know, like for a recording, it's just gonna be like set in stone.
Of course, yeah.
Whereas a live recording, if it's not filmed or recorded, it's just people's memories.
Exactly. Oh, that person might have heard it, but now does he even remember that he heard it?
Yeah.
No.
even hear it in the first place.
Exactly. But yeah, you can, on a recording, go back and listen to the track again and again, and every time hear the same flub or the same thing. Don't forget 8th this time, dude.
8th Street?
Yeah.
Turn left, yeah. I remember on the way to pick you up today.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we weren't even doing a vodcast, so
We weren't.
we didn't have to worry. We didn't even have to worry, dude.
But
Taking the scenic route.
Yeah. So how do you feel about Bigfoot, or as some call it, Sasquatch? Do you feel like he does exist, or that he is purely a myth in fairy tale?
I feel like it was a very large animal that probably looked. You know how you can see faces and patterns in rocks very easily. We're designed to find faces and we're designed to be paranoid, because as I heard it, there were 3 people that were in the brush. The first person thought he heard a tiger, thought he heard a lion or a tiger, and ran, and the tiger didn't eat him, and he was safe. The second person thought and there was a tiger for the first person. The second person thought he heard a tiger and ran. There was no tiger. Everybody called him a pussy because there was no tiger, but still he ran. And the third person thought he heard a tiger, didn't run because he thought, oh, maybe I didn't hear anything. The tiger had him for lunch, right?
Oh,
so we're kind of designed through natural selection to be paranoid, because even the wimp has more babies than a corpse, right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, being paranoid, yes, they saw this thing. It might have looked a little human-esque because we see these faces and human features and everything. So they attributed it to this, and it became a myth. And then bam, bam, bam. But it's probably just a weird-looking bear with a lot of bald spots that made it look kind of human or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, it's interesting because well, let's see, how do I put this?
You believe in him.
Well, I was listening to a podcast of these 2 comedians. I can name drop it. It's called the Boogie Monster podcast. It's by Kyle Kinane and Dave Stone. And they were talking in one of the episodes. They were talking about Bigfoot, and the one comedian's really thinks that, he thinks that Bigfoot is out there because there's so much uninhabited areas in
On the earth?
on the earth, and so this,
Or more like... Go ahead.
and the thing with Bigfoot is he's walking upright, whereas a bear is usually walking on all fours. It'll get up on its hind legs from time to time,
Yeah.
but it's not walking like a person.
Right.
And I'm kind of inclined to agree that maybe this Bigfoot or Sasquatch is so highly evolved that he knows that if he were to be as careless as other animals with not really caring if humans see them or not, that he would get captured and not be able to
circus.
Yeah, or maybe this Sasquatch is so highly evolved that he makes it a very good effort to not be found. And I don't know, it's just one of those.
So you're saying that it's like a species, not just one thing that came and went, but like a species of animal or something that lives in the hidden terrains.
Yeah. Maybe.
See, I never even thought of it like that. I always thought just this one thing. I didn't think
there's been multiple
community.
There's been multiple supposed sightings.
Right, but
and then there's also a very few number of blurry or not so grainy photographs.
I know the picture, yeah.
Yeah, but which I don't know, on one hand, now cameras are getting a lot better and everybody has a cell phone. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe he does exist, and he's like really good at like not being found.
I don't know though, dude. He'd have to be like super good at that, or like live in super remote areas like the bush in Alaska.
And he's
or
so
something,
big,
because I mean, humans are multiplying at a pretty exponential rate, and there are a lot more people that like to explore and go hang out in the backwoods and camp and all this stuff. And it's like they'd have to retreat to these really small niches or these really small areas, or be super camouflaged and be able to be silent and hidden. And I don't know, dude. It just doesn't, to me. It just doesn't all cling.
Realistically, I think there's a very good possibility that it's just a myth that this Bigfoot or Sasquatch exists. But there's a part of me that it makes me happy to think, but what if? Maybe he actually is, you know?
Yeah.
There's a part of me that would love to know that some of these, like that the Loch Ness Monster exists and that Bigfoot exists.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
And he's just this thing that's like always just a little bit out of reach, you know, as far as like being in a textbook, as far as like fauna that exists.
That's interesting, but it's also too, you know, like once somebody hears a myth or once it gets spread, people are kind of now aware of it and now kind of on the lookout for it, right? So maybe some people want to, like, maybe kind of like you want to see it. So maybe if you're in the woods and you hear some rustling and maybe catch a glimpse of something, dude, Bigfoot, you know, another sighting.
Yeah.
Like,
and then there's a lot of people that, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are trying to just propagate the myth too.
Yeah.
You know, like spread it, like a while ago it's just, oh, Bigfoot's a thing. And so the more people hear about Bigfoot, the more people are like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna dress up my friend that's super tall in this suit, take a grainy photo of him, and put it on the internet as another Bigfoot sighting. Yeah. Just to get some Google hits or something.
Get some points on Reddit.
Yeah. Get some points on Reddit. Yeah, some upvotes. Well, Matt.
Yeah.
Good talk.
All right, good talk. Very, very interesting juxtaposition with Bigfoot popping in there after our album talk, dude.
Yeah.
Kaboom, Bigfoot.
Well, I thought the viewing public might be interested. I thought the viewing public might be interested in other things besides how the album's going. I'm trying really hard to sing like an angel.
He is an angel.
My vocals will be a lot better than the sample you just got in this video for the album.
He is an angel, everybody.
I actually do sing like an angel on the album.
He's an angel. Like Sarah McLachlan's Angel. She sings that song, doesn't she?
I think so. Adios, everybody.
All right, take it easy.